cooktop, including induction, and as my kids will attest, you can even use metal utensils on it and it will not scratch and make your mom mad. So that's a good thing. All right, we are going to, we're gonna move on because we've got silicone sheet pan dividers. Chef, this is the first time that I have ever seen these. I think anything silicone is so cool. We're showing them in your DuraPan baking sheet, which, by the way, we have 2 different sizes in sets of 2 of the DuraPan sheet pans. So you can get 13 by 9, you can get 17 by 12, is it?
That's right.
Okay, and for $26.95, there they are. So $29.95 or $24.95, depending on which size you want. So these silicone tray, they go in the dishwasher, they go in the oven. They're really easy to use, and I love how they separate everything out so you can cook really easily. We've got them in gray and red for $26.95.
And they're such a great item. They're another one of our customer suggestions, actually. Now, I'm just going to show you my trivet really quickly. My trivet goes down onto any surfaces. This is a beautiful table, and I don't want to damage it. It goes up to 500 degrees, right? So I can roll that out and protect my countertop. Next, I'm going to show you what we're here to talk about, our brand new world launch silicone dividers. Here we go. So what I've got is a sheet tray on the bottom, and then things that cook differently. Asparagus doesn't need to cook as long as the sausages, which doesn't need to cook as long as the peppers. So you can now divide your food up. By the way, these silicone trays, they can go in the oven up to 400 degrees. They wipe out very, very simply. You can see, you just sit them on a sheet pan, and then here's a towel. Let me just show you this. I'm just going to wipe that silicone out. So the same idea with my DuraPans, but now you've got these great little silicone dividers. So think about all the different things that you cook in the oven. By the way, these go into the oven up to 400 degrees. You get beautiful caramelization and crisping, so you can roast potatoes, you can roast meats, you can roast all sorts of vegetables, even fruits. I'm going to show you a variety of ways to use them. Now, I've just thrown a frittata in the oven. Oh, where'd you put it, Vanessa? Up here? Oh, there it is. Thanks, Dale. So check this out. Roasted potatoes, roasted tomatoes, and a frittata. So I drop my sheet tray down onto my trivet, okay, and have a look at this. This gorgeous frittata, if I lift this up and bring it over here, let me bring it up here to the plate, and then I'll flip it on over. This is my melamine platter, by the way. See how it just lifts straight on out? Right, so nothing sticks to it, which is wonderful, and you're able to do multiple things in their own juices, in their own flavors. Maybe I want to put a chili oil on the potatoes, but I don't want that to seep into the tomatoes. So if you have a family with a few dietary restrictions, even if they're just preferences, like my little 5-year-old doesn't necessarily like what my 8-year-old likes, if you know what I mean, then this is the product for you. We've never shown it before, so I can't tell you about all the incredible reviews, but I know they're on their way because we've been playing with these in the kitchen, and they really are just fabulous.
I never even thought of anything like this, just because usually you would have to do, and I have got, oh my goodness, I've got gluten-free, I've got dairy-free, I've got onion-free in my family. I would just have to either go out to eat or cook on separate trays. This is brilliant. So now everybody can get their own spices or flavors, or you can just grab one out if it doesn't need to be cooked as long. $26.95, you're getting all 3. So you get the large 10-inch by 8-inch tray, and you get 2 of the smaller 10 by 4-inch trays. So these will fit in your sheet pans, in your DuraBake pans, which if you have the DuraBake, we're showing this one is I believe this is the 13 by 9. You can get 2 of the 13 by 9s for $24.95, and then we have that space-saving 17 by 12 where you can fit them side by side. Those are just $29.95 as well, and those are made of DuraPan. Those are that DuraPan DuraBake. So those are great. I just think that this is so smart, and they're so easy to clean.
Yeah, I mean, think about whenever you're baking, brownies, cakes, it doesn't matter. Think about the batter divided by 3 pans, okay? So I've gone ahead and baked my cake here, and this is what I really came to do, was to bake one cake. It's a layer cake. You flip it on over. I'll now cut that and turn it into something that looks like this, all right? But here's the cool part. I had a little bit of batter left over, so now I've got 2 of these guys, so I can go like that, and I can go like that, and you can see that gorgeous caramelization that you're still able to get. So now I can turn these into separate little cakes. So from the 1 batter, you turned a cake into 3. Imagine brownies. Maybe you want to put some nuts or some oil or some peanut butter into these brownies, but leave this big one, the one that you were going to do to begin. The other thing I use this for, which I think is really cool, Shannon, is making food, right? So if I go ahead, oh, I haven't got my stove turned on, but that would be helpful, wouldn't it? Let me turn that on. Sorry, Vanessa. Okay, so anyway, I've got my mise en place set out here. I've got garlic, peppers, and ginger. I've got rice, and then I've got shrimp. So, you know, you can set all of your food out so you can actually begin to cook. So I'm going to just turn this on. Vanessa, would you come and turn my stove on for me, please? So I can actually cook that rice, because I want everyone to see how it would work. But, you know, there's so many options. You'll be baking, you'll be roasting, you'll be setting your food out like this, like mise en place. I've even used these in my kids' room. I've put pencils in one, I've put little erasers, so you can use them for crafting. They're silicone, yes. They can go in the oven up to 400 degrees or even higher, but because we've put them in even higher, but at least 400 degrees. But, you know, you can use them all over the house. I've even got some in my shed where I've got, you know, my little organization of my screws and my nails and all that sort of stuff. But, of course, this is a kitchen item. I'm just saying you can use it everywhere.
You really can. Okay, I'm just showing everybody that they fit really easily, even in the 17 by 12s. These are the DuraBake pans that will make your perfect cookies, your beautiful fish, whatever you want to cook, because they are nice and substantial, and then they're made with that non-stick DuraPan coating. And then this one is the 13 by 9, by the way, this big